Hello and welcome. I am Dr. Anil Joshi. Welcome you to my series Iconology and Temple Architecture Perspectives. Today's topic is about Kailash Temple. Where is Kailash Temple? It is at Ellora, cave number 16, Sambhajinagar district, Maharashtra, India. It is a UNESCO site. So it is important for India as well as full world point of view. What makes it unique? What makes it so special? Why there are no parallel examples? We are going to see through this series. These are extensive lecture covering extreme details, each and every corner of the temple. Therefore, the videos are larger. For simplicity, for the sake of convenience, we have divided into multiple portions. So today's topic is about the Kailash temple and that also interior aspects of it. There is a video covering exterior. There is a video covering surrounding temples. There is a video covering historical aspect of it. For all these things, you have to either click the link or visit my website. You are most welcome for all that thing. But let's get going to the interior aspect of the temple. First, a layout. This is a layout of the temple which gives you how roughly it is. It is a temple constructed by cutting rocks, cutting mountain. So it is extremely different because it has started from the top and ended towards the base. So that's why it has got a little difficult type of planning which the people have made, and there is no such parallel example. Now, according to some books, there are hidden passages beneath. Now, these are not heighted. So, some people feel that this is because some dwarf colonies were there. So, colonies of dwarf people were there. We do not know their origin. Some people feels that this belongs to the aliens. So, it is said that extraterrestrial machines may have been used to build the temple, and the basement was, or the underground tunnel was, to keep these equipments. But we really do not know what is the exact origin, but it is mysterious because basically we feel that it is superhuman. It cannot be done by the primitive tools like a small chisel and hammer. The Kailash temple at Ellora is a monolith, rock-cut shrine dedicated to Lord Shiva, represents a marvel in ancient Indian art and history. Built by Rashtrakutas, the walls of the temple are covered with legends. Now we are going to cover them. And each and every carving is covered by us. And each and every carving is described by us. Now, there are episodes from Puranas, Mahabharatas or Ramayanas. The temple has carvings of different forms of Shiva and other Hindu deities. The Shiva sculptures can be broadly classified under, there are different appearances in which Shiva can be. He can be in a dancing position, he can be in aggressive position, he can be in Samadhistha, or you can call it Samahara Murti. Samahara Murti is a quiet Shiva. Aggressive forms are either they can be a dancing Shiva, that is a Tandav, or it can be in other forms also. So all forms of Shiva are known and they are worshipped by people. Then Anugraha Murti. Is Anugraha form of Shiva is another thing where he gives you something. So the facial expression, the body language has to be that you are taking an Anugraha from him. So that is a very important thing, and it is a benign form. Then Nritya Murti, Nritya is dancing. That is, dancing Shiva is a Nataraja. It is a very common form, and it is most of the places it is carved. And the other one, Anugraha, and the aggressiveness of Shiva, that is Tandav, are carved at very few places. Now this is really interesting to know how a body language differs. and how a surrounding scenario changes with Shiva's different forms. According to Archaeological Survey of India, it took 200 years and 10 generations to complete this temple. But interesting part is how much homogeneity, synchronization they have achieved. It looks as though there was a single map and there were different people, but it was achieved not over the period of 200 years but less than that. According to some people, it was completed in 18 years, which appears again superhuman. Now the temple was planned and construction started in this Rashtrakuta king Danti Durga. Danti Durga was a king of Rashtrakuta who started the construction, and the measure was done by his successor, that is the Krishnavan. So Krishnavan almost completed it. So there was a gap in between, but it was patched so nicely by the workers, engineers, and the thought flow is so beautiful that you just cannot make the patches. Thus, it may be said that the artistic activities of the temple were carried out in several phases. We will be focusing on the studying iconology, styles and aesthetical elements of the Shiva's temple in this series, and also by videography and photography, and also by the lecture. So this series covers all these things in extreme details. Within the courtyard are the central shrines dedicated to Shiva and images of his mount. Nandi. Nandi has to be there wherever Shiva is there, except few temples. Now, you have to remember, each and every temple there is Nandi, but two temples are unique. One thing is Arsekeri, where the Nandi is seen on the top of temple. Now this is something usual, maybe original, or they might have added it. And second is Kopeshwar, Khidrapur, where it is Shunya Vrishabha Mandir. So there is no Nandi in it. So not that all the temples have got Nandi, but most of the temples of Shiva has got Nandi in it. And it is supported by 16 pillars and a Dravidian Shikhara. This you will appreciate in our external video, where we have taken aerial views also. Not exactly by the drone or something, but we have climbed the hill around and taken pictures from that. Do visit that, link is given. The temple houses several intricately carved panels depicting scenes from the Ramayana, Mahabharata and adventures of Lord Krishna. Also worth admiring are the immense monolithic pillars that stand in the courtyard. We have got photographs of them. Do observe them carefully, how much intricately they are carved. Then flanking the entrance on both sides are the southeastern galleries that has 10 giant and fabulous panels depicting different avatars of the Lord Vishnu. They are depicted on that, and they must be seen, and you must spend time to analyze them and to appreciate it. That the shrine complete with pillars, windows, inner and outer rooms, gathering rooms, and an enormous stone lingam at the heart, that is Garbhagriha. You have seen at the beginning of this video, there is a giant lingam, and that was a monolith. I mean, it was carved along with the temple in the same rock. It was not brought from outside. So that's really wonderful. Then there are certain erotic male and female figures and other decorations also of flowers and otherwise. Nandi sits on a porch in front of the central temple. What is that called? Nandi Mandapam. Not necessarily all the time Nandi should be in the Mandapam. He can be in open air, or he can be in Mandapam, or he can be in the shrine of Shiva also. So these all things are seen. Now Nandi Mandapam and main Shiva temple are about 7 meters, at 21 feet in height, and built on two-storied. That is two-storied, ground floor and first floor. So two-storied. The lower story of the Nandi Mandapam are both solid structure decorated with elaborate illustrative carvings. The base of the temple has been carved to suggest the elephants. Now that is called Gajapatti. The lowermost portion of the temple where elephants are carved are Gajapatti, and usual concept is it speaks of the strength that the temple is shouldered or it is bared by the strong elephants, and also elephant is a symbol of royalty. Now, a rock bridge connects Nandi Mandapam and porch, that is the Gopuram. Here Gopuram is slightly smaller than main temple. Though we call this a Dravidian style, and Dravidian style most of the time Gopuram is larger than the main temple, but here we are seeing that Gopuram is shorter because of the shape of the hill. Now he is correct. The base of the temple, all features of scene from Mahabharata and Ramayanas. So these epics are carved. Where the best epics are carved, it is in Bellur and Haividu. It is at best of its, but that was later. This was much earlier, and it is on monolith stone. The Kailasa temple features the use of the multiple distinct architectural and sculptural styles. Architecture, sculptures, designing, layouts, all are different, and they are in such a unique ways that you do not get parallel examples. The Dashavatara carves contains inscription of Krishna, then preceders and nephew Danta Durga. So there were two kings. One was called Krishna. Krishna was elderly and his nephew was Danti Durga. And these, if you say chronologically, it is in between 735 to 756. So around say 20 years. The temple construction was handed over from one person to another person. Based on it, it was theoretically, or it was thought that construction of the Kailasa temple began during the region of Danti Durga, which is anonymously followed. Krishna concentrated its first complete vision, which was much smaller than the present day. Danti Durga's role in the temple construction must have been deliberately suppressed, as the Krishna sidelined Danti Durga's son to claim the throne after his death. Anyway, we don't go in detail of it. We are at the temple history. So we appreciate contribution of Krishna also and Danti Durga also. The major part of the temple was completed during the reign of Krishna I, and some part of the temple complex can be dated to later rulers. Now, following competent were completed by Krishna. Some components were completed by Krishna and some were by Danti Durga. It's a joint venture. It was going on for almost 200 years. The main shrine, the gateway and the Nandi Mandapa, the lower story and the elephant phrases, the court elephants and the victory pillars are the important features which were added later. The most important sculpture of the temple, which depicts Ravana shaking the Kailash mountain. As everybody knows, it was by the bless of Shiva only Ravan became powerful, and that time Ma Parvati was warning him not to bless him with such things, otherwise he will misuse. But Shiva, he gave everything to him, and what Ravana did was he lifted the Kailash along with Shiva. So appears to have been built, and this sculpture, though is wonderful, it appears to be a letter. Now I have told you the half story, remaining half story, sometime we'll see. The sculpture is considered one of the finest piece of Indian art, and it is possible that the temple come to know after Kailasa. Now why it was known as Kailasa? Earlier the temple was totally painted white, and it was looking as though it is within the snow. So Kailash, why name was given? One thing is because it was dedicated to Lord Shiva, and second, because it was looking like Kailash because of the white coating outside made to the temple. This is a map of the caves of the local region. Here you are seeing a bridge connecting a Gopuram to the Nandi Mandapam. The entrance is you have to come from within it. Now here mainly we are going to concentrate on the inner aspect of the temple. So this is just a passing remark what we are going to give you. Look at the beauty. Even at certain places you can see there is a coating with a color, though at majority places archaeology department has removed it. So the archaeology department tried to make it in natural form as much as it was earlier, and since it was a UNESCO recognized, then they have to keep certain guidelines. Now we are slowly entering the temple with a brief review of the surrounding structures. Look at this. This is two-storied with some reconstructive work you can see done by the archaeology department. They have to give some structural supports so that it will not collapse. Now here you are seeing elephant phrases, then the painting work which was done by Ahilya Devi Holkar. She was a queen of Indore. So she has done it. Now we are coming inside the temple. Look at this. We are going to Garbhagriha. It's a dark. So the photography here, flashlights are not allowed. You will have to take photography with extreme difficulty. There are videos also. Together you can get a good idea out of it, but it was fairly dark inside. Look at the pillars and the carvings and the beauty on it. We are going slowly towards Garbhagriha from Sabha Mandapam. Nandi Mandapam already we have crossed. It was outside. Now this is the main entrance where you are seeing Dwarapalikas on either side of the door. These are the designs from the pillars. Doesn't matter if it is dark, but if you spend some time, your eyes will get adjusted to, and you will see the beauty of the carvings. Look at that, how they have carved it. And you can also appreciate that inside there is a fair darkness. Now these are not externally fitted pillars. They were from the mountain itself. The stone cut. You can see carvings on the wall. These are Dwarapalikas on either side. This is a giant Shivlingam. Where else we have seen giant Shivlingam? Badavalingam in Hampi, correct. That was larger than this, but this is a large. The beauty of this is, it is inside carved. It is not brought from outside and kept inside. So it is chiseled out. How much difficult it would have been with a proper way for the holy water to flow. At present there is no active puja going on there. Now we come out of the Nandi Mandapam, and from here we go towards the Gopuram. That is opposite side. This is a small terrace outside from where you can appreciate the outside sculptures. Now this is a small bridge which takes you from the Nandi Mandapam up to opposite side. Earlier there were two bridges, out of which one has fallen. Now with that we are coming to end of this lecture. Exclusively in this lecture we have covered inside beauties or inside aspects of Kailash temple, Ellora. There are different videos covering outside portion, then architectural marvelous, then surrounding temples, historical aspect, all are covered on different videos. Do visit our website. With that, I thank you for giving me your valuable time. Goodbye, good luck, take care. This is Dr. Anil Joshi logging off till we meet again in next video. If you liked it, give us a like. If you want to see more video like that, subscribe to us. Thank you, goodbye and good luck.